Well, consecration for me is something that started right when we first got married. In typical fashion that the Lord does with me, He doesn't work with a scalpel. He works with a sledgehammer. So He called us to consecration first with our finances. We didn't have a lot of extra, but we did what we could.
When we first got married, definitely didn't have a lot of extra money and felt like that's where really God has called us. One of our first callings was just to be faithful with our money. And we weren't sure what that looked like because, like Joseph said, we really didn't have a lot of extra to give.
What we felt that we were called to is anything that was extra, we would go ahead and give 10% off of that. We had gotten ourselves in a financial pickle and we couldn't give 10% every month, but we committed to working to correct that. And while we were correcting it, we did what we could. And we worked really hard and we were faithful and God was faithful to us. And eventually we were able to give the full 10%. I know for me, consecration is not something that I think ever stops and has ever stopped in my life. When I came to real life, I realized I had a lot of things that needed to be set apart and that I needed to set down so that I could draw closer to the Lord and He could draw closer to me. So we were faithful with our finances and God was faithful to us. And through a lot of hard work and His provision, we were able to pull our life into a consecrated state to where we could give our full 10% tithe. And we've been on that journey ever since. It's the first check we write every month. And we try to be first with our finances and everything. But consecration didn't stop for us there. I know for me, I'm always digging in and trying to find ways that the Lord's calling me to consecrate myself and set myself apart. Whether it's health and fitness, whether it's being sober, whether it's using my business as an engine for discipleship, I feel like we're always on a journey, and I will always be on a journey of consecration, just like you at your work.
Yeah, my work, I really felt like when God called me back into teaching that it was truly not for kids. I know that sounds weird, but it was really to be a disciple to the women at my work. And so He's constantly working on my heart about that. And so I recently started a Bible study, which leads to just time and consecration of my time and just that God gives me the time. He's gifted it to me. And so I need to use it in the way He wants me to, not the way I always want to. So like Joseph said, it's always a work in progress. Definitely not perfect at it, but we're always working on it.
So as we're going into this first campaign, what I've been trying to do in my own life, and I know Jill and I have both been trying to do it, is put God's will first and ask ourselves continually what He has for us and put that first. And I would encourage y'all to do the same.